peeps! Hello, how are you guys doing? Great, I'm doing well as well, thank you. It's Dion here. I'm here with a new video today, and today we're talking about festivals. So I wanted to talk about how my experiences on festivals has been so far, if I'm gonna continue doing it, and whether I think you should do it if you're thinking about doing festival work. So, when did I start working at festivals? I started working at festivals literally this time last year. So how it all happened was I was on Google and an ad came up which advertised would you like to work at festivals, and I thought it sounded quite interesting. I thought about it like once before. I was like, oh okay, yeah, I'll give it a try, maybe I'll like it, see if the process looked quite easy when I went on the site. It literally, you just had to book an interview in your nearest location. They had like different interview locations in around the country. Mine is London, so I booked an interview like Piccadilly, London, and it was really easy. You obviously just registered and picked your date. Luckily, the interviews were taking place a few days later, so I booked it for then. So when I got to my interview, I was actually taken back by surprise because it seemed really chilled. There were a lot more people than I thought. I didn't quite realise it was quite a big company, and yeah, and then we were the whole lot of us, we were taken to a room and they showed us a video about how the company works and how festival work is gonna work really. And then we were separated into smaller groups with the interviewer, and we had to answer really simple questions, literally what our name is, what we do at the moment, if we go to uni, because most people are actually students, and I just finished A-levels at that time, so I don't know, I guess I counted as a student. And we kind of had to say one interesting fact about ourselves. So I actually I thought that we had to really kind of sell ourselves in a way, but I was actually completely wrong, because in the end everyone that I spoke to actually got the job, so it wasn't really they weren't really knuckling people down. So yeah, I got an email a few days later saying that I had got the job successfully, and I was really excited. So the first festival that I did was Vfestival, actually, in Chelmsford. Chelmsford, do you say? That was actually, oh my god, that was so long. It was probably the worst festival yet the best festival, because it was I kind of had mixed emotions about the whole process. The first day there weren't really any acts. It was kind of just the day before, so people could camp and set up their tents, but the bars were still running. So my job, sorry, I haven't actually said, but my job was working at the bars and serving drinks. You know, we just had simple drinks, but there were quite a few, and I'd never worked at a bar, and I wasn't really too familiar about all the drinks being served. So yeah, I found it really hard working, because I had no idea what I was doing. I kind of just had to work on my own and just ask people questions. I had no idea what was going on. However, the second day I was a bit more knowledgeable, obviously, but it was actually so hectic. Firstly, I didn't know where my bar was located, because there's loads of different bars. So I spent an hour trying to find my bar, and when I finally got to my bar, I realised it was such a small bar compared to all the other bars. I was god, okay, this is a tiny bar and this festival was big. We're literally overlooking the main stage, so I could tell it was going to be busy. The first 2 hours, we opened I think around 10 or 11, so the first 1 or 2 hours wasn't that busy, but it was kind of busy, yeah. But then after 12 was when it got really busy. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but I literally was panicking. I was stressing because I really felt like I had to serve customers. Like, some customers were being rude as well, so I really felt like, I don't know, I felt pressured and yeah, to do well, because there was also a manager overlooking us, and he was just like, I thought he was proper like looking at us, and if we didn't do the job right he would fire us. Like, 1 year on now, I know better, but yeah, at the time it was really difficult and it was just so busy. We were in such a small bar. So yeah, the first day I did about 11 hours and on that day I think, yeah, Justin Bieber was the headlining act. I took my break for Justin Bieber, but I was so disappointed. Like, I think there was like this whole news thing about him being on drugs, and I don't know, but it was really disappointing. Felt a bit bad for him though, because everyone left before he'd even finished his performance. So the third day, that was a bit better because I'd obviously gotten used to working long hours and working hard, so I was a bit more on my feet, but I was a bit like knackered from the last 2 days. Right, so 1 year on, I have worked at Reading Vfestival again since that last time. What am I talking about? Winter Wonderland and some rugby events. So all in all, I would definitely recommend working with this company, not just for festivals, but for other events if you don't feel comfortable camping, because obviously camping is not for everyone. I definitely enjoyed camping. I made loads of new friends, and I just love the whole excitement. Like, you feel like you're at the event yourself, even though you're working during the day. You get the nighttime, like you get not the evenings, but the nighttime to yourself. So yeah, all in all, I would definitely check out different sites if you feel like it. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, please.